So, something I was thinking about recently is the Sword of Damocles. The Sword of Damocles is essentially when you become king and you're sitting in your throne, in your velvet throne, your red velvet throne, there is always going to be a sword dangling above your head on a rope that's hanging on by a thread. A thread. And the smallest snip, the smallest break, the smallest disturbance will rip apart the rope. Whatever we want in our lives, whatever I want in my life, that is special, that is precious, that is divine, that is very beautiful. Very beautiful. Whether that's money, power, women, a mental state, mental prowess, for instance. The difficult part is already getting to the position of a king, which not many can do. No, that's not even the most difficult part. The most difficult part now is living with the sword dangling over your head. It can fall for any reason, and then there will be a new king. It's harder to stay at the top than get to the top. That is the most difficult thing, and most of us aren't even at the top yet. Maintaining, affecting, outsourcing, that is the most difficult part. How do you stay at the top? And I'll tell you, it's a very stressful thing, because it's stressful to get to the top one. It's stressful too to protect your status. It's not even about status. It's about the status of the beauty of it, the divinity behind it. You have all this money. What do? We spend it immediately. Most of us spend it immediately. You have to preserve that, build around it, protect it. It takes discipline. It takes mental prowess. It takes patience. A very beautiful girl that you love. Now, we're not even talking about like here. We're talking about love. Very beautiful. And you know, if you think she's beautiful, everyone thinks she's beautiful. The stress behind that is monumental. Because one, you have to stress about being enough for her, which, that's another question which isn't as important, as long as you're doing what is enough for yourself, which should still be shooting for kingship. That's besides the point. You know, if she's beautiful, everyone's going to covet her. How do you live with that? That's a hard thing to live through, man. You have the sword is about to fall at any time. Especially when you think you love her. Wow. When you believe you love her, that's very, 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 very hard. Because now you're attached. And now you don't want to lose her. The sword of Damocles over your head. And it takes so much more to stay at the top. And when people do make it to the top in any facet, we tend to let it all go away and let it fall. Like when people get into relationships, they let themselves go. Sword of Damocles, that the map is not the territory. It'll take years and small steps, and it's very hard, and we forget, but the Sword of Damocles is always overhead. And although this is a stressful thing, we're able to cultivate it. We're able to be genuine. We're able to be authentic. We're able to be better. But we have to get there first. And once we get there, that's a whole different dimension. It's a whole different story. The Sword of Damocles regarding fitness. Always walking on a tightrope, whether it's whether it's you at the gym or someone else, someone's trying to outcompete you, or you're trying to outcompete yourself. Sword of Damocles, you can't maintain forever. It's only going to get harder. What do we do? Sword of Damocles. Sword of Damocles with Jesus Christ, with religion. We are not sinless. We are not sinless. We make mistakes every single day as humans. We'll only make more mistakes as we get older. How do we live with our mistakes? Do most of us live with our mistakes? How do we live? How do we react? What do we do with the time that we're given? In the Bible, I forgot the verse, it says that we are all kings and queens. God made us in his divine image. Like the picture that Michelangelo drew, that I can't remember off the top of my head, I think